First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Always got some breathing room. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
11.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing right away, where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
76, come on. 76.
After the interception, here's Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And now look at him go. He's at the 40. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, 97 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
21.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Aaron Donald able to get him for a loss of about 3. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that's caught by Smith. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Fired that one in there, able to make
faster passes when they're going that fast. Any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now Kamara. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And this is Michael Floyd, complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Breeze now after the pick on the last drive. 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Got it.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Room here to run. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
Breeze now to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Gone. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Value three.
A shotgun snap for Gone. And he comes back with one complete. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Goff now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with John Kelly. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Goff. He's got his man on the crossing route. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Value three. Hey, 5.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll pitch it to Kelly. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it out on the perimeter. You're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Super 66.
Here's Goff now on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Throwing on third. Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. Dula. Hot 20. Super 66. Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's 3rd and 5.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's gone. And this is going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete. Vereen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Hey, yellow lady.
From the gun, it's Breeze. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Michael Brockers able to drop him for a loss of 4. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Goff. Right side complete. That's Woods. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. Pulled in at the 24. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football, and the Rams have got it back.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Again, this is Kelly, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Goff. Trying to lay one up deep. Breaks through the contact. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
11. 11. Hey, lift. 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 Lift.
Out of the gun. Goff. Eluding the pressure right. Airing it out deep for Woods. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. A dump off to Vereen. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Breeze now. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Smith catches left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Samson Ebukam in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. Cooper fast with the feet. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. Goff now looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll hand it off to Kelly. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And Zuerlein's kick is good. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Rams getting set to go now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On to carry is Kelly, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Goff now looking to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Goff. Going for the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Starting left here.
Now whistles. One of the Rams linemen might have moved. The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Value 3.
A give left side, Kelly. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Now gone. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's Breeze to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Easy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing now is Breeze. He hits his target, left side, Watson. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
21.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Breeze now on first down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a second down. Now Breeze. That is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22. Try to pound it in, Kamara. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. Brees going to throw. Rolling to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. What's good on the extra point? And that cuts this lead down to 13. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Kelly. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
76.
To throw is gone. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Demario Davis in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Brees. He hits Floyd on the right. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brees. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's got this down to the 35. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Aaron Donald in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey.
From the gun, it's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Samson Abukum in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Here we go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come out here in the I.
Got it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2.
Here we go.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas from 3 yards out. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is Kelly. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Whirling! 17!
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alex Okafor able to drop him for a loss of 4. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Orange. Super 60.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan. And now defensively they're going to burn their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Here's Ginn. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
On 1st down, Breeze. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Shotgun now for Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Back to throw. It's brought in by Floyd. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Again, it's Kamara. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer.
We got 21, 21. Check.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down. Now Breeze, got to have this one. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game.